All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of The Naked Truth, your political hip-hop outlet. I'm Jimmy the Square Guy, the one talk fly to you before you lie to you. Man, I got a good topic for y'all today, especially you females. Today's show is going to be about the alpha female. Is she helpful or is she destroying the black family? That's our topic for today. So y'all better call y'all friends, y'all girlfriends, and whatnot, until we check this out. Because we're going to go in on today. And today I got a guest in the house that's going to co-host with me today. A boy right there, man. What's up?
All right, everybody. AYELE in the house. Christopher Hatter, but they call me AYELE. I'm here to bring the truth, and it's going to be all naked. And we're going to cover some really great topics, you know, so... you know, everybody tune in because, you know, I got some really, a lot of good content for you guys. Get your notepads out and get ready.
All right, man, before we get into that, we'll get into the TNT of today. That's our topics we do. Man, I want to know what you think about this here. You guys, check this out. And I read, this is from Daily News. It said an 18-year-old black girl was arrested for marijuana possession and taken into custody by the NYPD. Detectives Richard Hall and Edward Martin, who then raped her in the van, they said it was consensual sex with her.
Yeah, well, you know, we see that it's real prevalent in the community now with social media. It's getting a lot more spotlight, but this stuff has been happening in our communities all over America.
That happened.
Yeah.
Here's the bad part about it. All charges for these officers were dismissed.
Yeah, that's a really deep topic.
And check this out. It says the words custody and consent do not go together.
Custody and
Consent does not go together because when someone is under arrest, the police have all the power. There is nothing consensual about it. Still, as usual, the cops got off. More than 40 charges against them were dropped, including kidnapping and rape.
Well, we have to ask ourselves, why does justice wear a blindfold? You know, she really should be able to see. How can you provide justice and truth when you can't see what it is you're judging? You need your eyes to judge the truth. If that's the case, then judges need to have blindfolds too.
Well, you know, we all know what the statute of blind justice means. It supposed to mean it doesn't see no color. It's going to be equality all around the board. But the trick is, though she has a blindfold on and saying she doesn't see race, creed, or color, it's going to be equality, the balance scales are tilted in her hand.
Tilted in her favor.
So it's a hypocritical statute.
It is.
And it's just shocking that these police officers who raped this black girl, 18-year-old black girl, is getting off.
Yeah, sometimes it makes you feel like that we may have to start delivering a different type of justice. All too long, you know, we have put hands in the justice of people who have not delivered it back. We've prayed to God for justice. We've went to the city council for justice. We've marched on Washington for justice. When is justice going to really be served righteously and correctly for us as a people?
Well, you know, we always put spins on words, right?
Mm-hmm.
So someone said the word was created by them, which means justice is just us.
Just us.
We'll be the ones that receives the just for us, and we'll be the ones to administer the just from us.
The problem is, what do we do about it? What's the solution? You know,
you know what my solution is to it? Stay out of jail.
Okay, that's one. I think that in order to come up with a really good solution, we need to come up collectively and communicate about these subjects like what you're doing. And, hopefully with more exposure collectively as globally, we can address these issues. It was only until these issues in the black community in the 60s and the 50s went global, and other nationalities and other countries were exposed to what they were doing to us in here, that things began to change.
Well, again, I know crime is going to always be here, but I tell a lot of people the best way to beat the court system is to stay out of the court system.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I'm not justifying what the police did at all, but the problem is, if she hadn't put herself in that situation of selling marijuana, she wouldn't have been in the claws of those corrupt officers.
That's true.
And you got some people that doesn't break the law that still get sent to prison.
That's true.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But dealing with her situation and those who are doing wrong, man, the best way to beat these crooked police is stay out of their way.
Well, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here because I came up in the streets and I was put in a situation where I had to sell dope to survive. And with saying that, I started off selling fake dope, so I got enough to score some real. And so I can understand being put in situations that you feel like you don't have any control over, with little guidance and being raised by the streets. You're a product of your environment. So but we're relying on the justice system. We're relying on those professionals to deal with us appropriately. Why come when young black men and women get caught up in the system, it's because we're out of control. But a white man or a young white female gets into a situation that they have committed some kind of crime, then all of a sudden it's because the system failed them, or we need to start getting more counseling in the school districts, and we need more professionals to come outside of their pocket to assist them.
Well, that goes back to the word that they put a spin on, just us. Those things would be just for them.
Yeah, that's right.
Not for anyone else. It's sad that when I saw on the news how the little white guy stole that truck, stole that car, and killed the family of 5.
Yeah, that's true.
He received probation.
Yeah.
That would have never happened to Hispanic or black kids.
Never.
He would have been tried as a juvenile, as an
adult. On the
adult.
spot.
He would have been tried as an adult and sent to prison.
And family, let me tell you something. This is not reverse racism. You can't call. It's not racism when you're simply pointing out the facts and responding to the issues that are at hand. We don't have the power as a community to be racist. We're simply pointing it out. I have no problem with white people in general, just the system or the institutions that continue to perpetuate this behavior on our people.
Well, and that goes to something that I received today about this lady. She was asking, I don't know who she was, then she was a professor. And I have it here, I just can't pull it up.
Okay.
She asked, she said, I want every white person in this audience who wants to receive the same equity of justice and treatment of black people, I want them to stand up. No one said anything. She said, I think I misunderstood the question. Let me say it again.
Let me say it again.
She said, everybody in here who wants to be treated just the way the black people are treated in society with the same justice and equity of them, stand up. No one stood up. You know what she said? She said, by you not standing, you are definitely seeing that it is not equal. They're not being treated fairly.
And you recognize it.
And you recognize it. You're not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
She said, how long can we continue to let something like this go on?
That's right.
You say that, oh man, we all treated equally. And don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not racist. I got black friends. But
what are you doing?
You do not. You say that it's equity, but you don't want to receive what we receive.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if she would ask audience of black people like that,
Yeah.
everybody in the audience would have stood up.
Yeah, who want to trade places?
Who want to trade places?
Yeah.
You want to see the same fairness and equity that white people get. Everybody in the audience would have stood up.
That's right. That's right, man. You know, it's definitely a issue, and I thank you for bringing awareness to our, particularly our community. Share, you know, the naked truth. You know, follow us. You know, make sure that you are interested in the hot topics and chiming in and giving your comments and stuff like that, because we need your feedback in order for us to grow as a community.
And when it's time to call in, we want y'all to call in. The phone number is 832-649-8406. Again, it's 832-649-8406. And I want to know if you're white or if you're Hispanic, especially you. I want to know, would you trade places with a black man? And if you wouldn't, why?
Yeah.
Not that, oh, I'm proud to be Hispanic or I'm proud to be white. Because I think even blacks, well, I know even blacks are proud to be who they are. Because we don't like the treatment that we receive.
No.
So I want to hear y'all feedback on that. Especially the feedback on about these two cops raping this girl, 18-year-old girl, and they getting off. All 40 charges was dropped.
Impossible.
You tell me out of 40 charges, a jury could not find one
Yeah.
to convict them on?
That would never happen.
That would never happen.
Unless you.
I tell you what, let them police been in Texas.
Yeah.
As much issues I have with Texas judicial system,
Yeah.
one thing I can say, if that had happened in Texas, them cops would be in jail.
It's a possibility.
Not,
I mean,
maybe, I take that back. Maybe not be in
Sandra
jail.
Bland was here too.
Not if they had not
Ida
been,
Delaney.
if they had not been in jail, one of them charges would have stuck on something.
Yeah.
They probably would have just been fired and rehired in another county.
It's a possibility.
But Texas would have stuck you with something.
Yeah, because the reason why Texas would have had to do something, because of the community that would have stood up behind her and brought exposure to the issues at hand. But if you don't say nothing to them, if nobody gets behind, if we don't stick together collectively, they'll just do whatever they want to do. This has all been going on for over 50 years. This is nothing new.
No, it's not.
This has been happening.
But it's just that now that we have social media,
it's getting exposed.
It's everywhere now. It can happen today in the whole world knows.
That's right.
But man, that's sickening me. I heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, out of 40 charges, you could not find not one single charge, not one single violation from these officers. Yeah. And it's so bad. It's so bad that if one guy, if a girl just say a guy touched her wrong, he go to prison for that.
Yeah. That's true.
If she just say he touched me wrong,
they're getting a lot more sneaky, man. But like I say, they have been doing it. Watch your kids. Protect the women in your family. Protect the men in your family. They not only kidnapping and killing little girls
I'm gonna say this. I encourage. And first of all, I am so proud of the lady who started the Me Too movement. But that girl needs you. The lady behind the Me Too movement is pushing all these issues on R. Kelly, pushed them on Bill Cosby.
A black woman.
I seen them. Right now, that little 18-year-old girl in New York City needs you.
Yeah, she do.
She needs her bad. Now, go after them cops. And go after everybody supporting them cops. Where y'all going after R. Kelly and everybody that support R. Kelly. Go after them cops the same way.
They got a show. I think I'm not sure if it's on BET or not, but it's a show that's probably came out this week or Thursday that was highlighting the Atlanta disappearances. A lot of young women and young boys are coming up missing.
Yeah.
In the Atlanta, Georgia area. If you can go do your own research on it. Let's bring some awareness to the community.
I'm gonna share this with you. It's in Atlanta now.
Yes, sir.
It was actually big in the Detroit and Chicago area.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was the ages of girls between ages 7 to 9 or ages from 9 to 14. And I talked about it on this show one before. Body parts are a huge market right now.
Black market.
Yeah, the people are buying people.
Hearts,
arms, hearts,
kidneys,
everything.
Lungs,
Yes. So it's not a coincidence that at one time span, all these little girls came up missing around the same age group.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
They tried to push it off on a serial. We got a serial killer, but the trick was they never found the bodies.
Oh yeah.
Not that many bodies will be missing.
That's right.
In that one area, and you can't find them.
That's right. And the media is covering it up or deciding not to give exposure. So that's why we have shows like this. But I'm gonna tell you something, you guys, we need your support because right now they're coming up with a federal bill to start charging social media because what they're calling it is fake news or fake information. So if you get behind that, basically what you're taking away the freedom of speech. They can call anything they want or anything that's not supported by them fake news. See, so we're losing our individual right to speak the truth and post truth because they'll be able to conform or tell you what the truth is.
Yeah.
So don't get behind that fake news propaganda. It's a scam to get us to buy into it, to take away our individual freedom of speech.
Yeah, Sue, you just chimed in. I think you're right. They hate that. They hate their freedom of speech. They hate their free market, their free press, and I agree about some things need to be stopped, but you don't do it by charging.
Yeah.
But some people I think it's called, I can't remember the news source. They was promoting that Avant was dying.
Okay.
And they had this all on social media.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with Avant. He lost some weight because he needed to.
Yeah.
He said it himself. He got a little chunky on the side.
Yeah.
And he needed to lose some weight. But they had actually put out there, and they had a statement.
Yeah.
They had a fake statement from Avant saying that he has, the doctor gave him 6 months or less to live, and he has lived his life to the fullest. He thank God he's going to get closer to God these last days. And it was fake.
Yeah.
And stuff like that needs to stop.
That's right.
But you don't stop it. You don't stop it by putting a price tag on social media.
What they're trying to do is get them to conform to the way that their politics so that people like you and I and other media outlets won't have the creative control to speak the truth about the issues that are going on. See, this is something that they see the results and the outcome of it, but on the surface, it has to do with fake news. You understand what I'm saying? I'm bringing attention to you guys that we're talking about 5 or 10 years down the road what this will create. So.
You right about that. But the best way to stop fake news is stop supporting them sites that they got fake news on.
That's true. Some of those sites,
them sites, all those sites on the day.
Not Facebook.
You remember that newspaper or that magazine called the National Enquirer?
Yeah, I remember.
They had all kind of fake news in there, and it was blowing up. Everybody would buy it. I mean, a lot of people would buy it.
That's why it was the National Enquirer. Everybody had to have the National Enquirer.
And it was fake. And the best way to stop that is stop buying it.
Yeah, that's true.
And the best way to stop these fake news sites is stop supporting them.
Yeah,
stop reading their trades.
Put them out of business.
And start supporting sites that that has some credibility.
You want the news? You come on to the Naked Truth. We're gonna give you the news.
Like a TI is. But let's get into our topic for the day, man. Again, people, our topic for the day is the alpha female. Is she beneficial or is she destroying the family? Now, this thing is more serious than a lot of you think. A lot of guys say they have an issue dealing with women that makes more money than them. These guys have issues with women that's independent, that can stand on their own. They say they're too aggressive. They say they're too quick to give up on a man, and now they jump into more women of their equality. But the reality of it is it something about the man or the black man that just can't mount up to the woman? Or is it that independence is killing the black family as to where the woman no longer say, I'm gonna stick with my man, I'm gonna stick it out. But now she's so quick to say, I got my own money, I don't need you going on. So is the alpha female beneficial to the family, or is she destroying the black family? And my boy right here, how you pronounce your name?
AYELE.
What is it?
AYELE.
AYELE gonna shine some light on that.
Yeah. All right.
So I want to know from you.
All right. Well, first thing I want to say is that I want all the alpha females, all the strong women, to chime in, and comment, call in, do all of that. We need you, and we appreciate your opinion. And I want to start off by saying this. You know, I love strong black women. I love the alpha female. However, I do recognize that in our community, it has become an issue to the point to where our children are being raised by single mothers, strong single mothers. But that has to be acknowledged. And we appreciate you and love you for that dedication. But I can't go on and talk about the alpha female without first talking about arrested in development. You can't talk about the female without talking about the male. You can't talk about light without talking about darkness. You can't talk about good without talking about evil. So if we're going to talk about the alpha female, and is she destroying or helping the black community or the household, then we need to talk about the man too, who's supposed to be in the household. So with that, there's a psychological term in the black community that we call arrested in development. Now, what that means is that at some point, when a human being is faced with trauma, emotional trauma, you stop developing. At that particular point, something happens to you 15, 16, 17, or 13. At that particular time, that trauma causes you to underdevelop. You basically stop until you begin to get some type of counseling or some therapy to awaken that emotion so that you can heal, until that healing comes. And so with the black man, a lot of us have been arrested in development. Where our mother left off at, in our rearing, in raising us, we expect our wives and our girlfriends to pick that up. And so the problem with that is that most black men don't realize that they've been arrested in development. They don't realize that they have not matured past the age of that trauma of getting locked up, or because daddy wasn't in the house, or because you were forced to sell dope or something like that, or because you were in the streets, and that trauma of being in that lifestyle caused you to stop growing emotionally.
But let me ask you this: if that's so, and you was out there in the streets, should you be able to deal with a woman of aggression, a woman of independence? Because that's what you're dealing with in the streets.
Yeah, well, we do as a whole, black men, we do deal with those women, but we deal with them cold, like you in the streets. That's not what a strong black woman needs. She wants that love. She wants that security. She wants that that maturity that man just doesn't have. He hadn't reached that point yet. But what I'm saying is that the man is looking for a mother at that particular time.
One of the reasons that a lot of times that we as men, I'm gonna say black men, I don't know what goes on in the white household. We're told as little boys when we fall to skin our knee, come on, be a big boy, don't cry.
That's right.
So we suppress that emotion.
That's right.
And we grow up thinking that if we show any type of emotions, it's a form of weakness.
That's right.
You're not being a big boy, you're being less than a man. So now when we grow older and we try to connect with that alpha female, we can't connect with it because we're not used to showing emotion. We think showing emotions is a form of weakness.
That's true.
A form of immaturity.
I agree.
So could that arrested development have taken place in some sense as you growing up as a child? They telling you, shh, be a big boy, don't cry.
Yeah, the entire environment is trauma based in the black community. You know, there's trauma created in the black female from being left to carry the load by herself. And that trauma, they say trauma is transferable. See what I'm saying? So you transfer that trauma, but it's not that responsibility and that burden is just not on her. The community as a whole has a lot to do with the trauma that's been inflicted on the black man and the woman. And so in turn, we are emotionless creatures, but it has to do with maturity. At some point, we have to get to the point to where we reach a stage of maturity so we can be the husband and the man.
Tell me if that was me, what level of maturity I would need to actually connect and have an alpha female as a supportive counterpart.
Well, it's called being true to yourself. See, once you're true to yourself, see, let me just say this: when you the immaturity, and this has nothing to do with manhood. Maturity has nothing to do with manhood. Maturity is the ability to express yourself truthfully, honestly, and in wholeness. See, when you reach that point, you can talk to anybody and not have to worry about your insecurities and things of that sort. See, we're talking about a secure individual is a mature individual.
So I have to be mature to deal with the alpha female, with her aggression, with her.
You have to.
I don't need you for nothing type attitude.
Because she can't be your mama. See, we because we were arrested in development, we're still looking for her to finish off where our mama stopped at. And she's like, I don't see that.
I didn't see that in my mom. I didn't see that. And I'm not saying that I have a problem with the alpha female. I'm just echoing some of the thoughts that other guys have.
Well, of course, it's different from everybody.
When a woman tell you, excuse my language, nigga, I don't need you for nothing.
Yeah.
You get your shit and get out.
Yeah.
That's the alpha female.
Well, that's not the alpha female. That's the alpha female that has been dealt. She's been dealing with these emotionless and immature brothers that have caused her to respond.
I think the independency. I think the independency that she developed has a lot to do with it as well. She had years of building up her life. I got my own everything. Every time I trusted in Keith, Bob, or whoever, they broke my heart and left me. So now I'm tired of my bootstrings. I got 2 jobs. I went to school, educated myself. Now I got me a 5-bedroom home. Both my kids in college. Now I'm looking for that dude.
Yeah. But you ever heard that term? Real recognize real?
Yeah.
When a real man comes to her, you'll see a 360-degree turn on that woman.
True. But when that alpha,
she gonna reject
when some alpha females,
the immature.
With some alpha females, their issue is they are trying to handle you, man.
So what she's supposed to.
Oh hell no!
Hold on, let me say the reason why I'm saying that. If you can be handled, then you're supposed to be handled. If you're a mature alpha male, she won't be able to handle you. She's not rejecting the black man, she's rejecting that type of man. You understand what I'm saying? She's not gonna, alpha male, she gonna submit to him. What she's saying is that I'm not your mama. I'm not here to finish your development. It would be nice if the black woman would finish what mama stopped off at, but that's not her job.
But notice I said when I asked you the question,
therapy.
When I asked you the question, I said a supportive counterpart, because a supportive counterpart will help you in your lackings.
I've been around lots of black women that help you, but to support you, is a whole different thing.
No, we're not
You know
talking
what
about
I'm saying?
support finance.
Oh yeah,
Because,
there
you
are
know,
a lot of beautiful black women that will support black men, to support your endeavors, support your dreams.
Oh yeah, that's
You know,
that's
but
not an
when,
issue.
but when you're living on her and you don't have a job, and you say that you trying to start your own business, and 2-3 years go by and that still hadn't happened. You know, I'm saying that her reaction to that is normal under the circumstances.
And that doesn't have to be an alpha female. That's anybody.
Not necessarily. You got some women that let men run over. But we're talking specifically about the alpha.
About the alpha female. Now, what about the alpha female that got the guy? He got his business. She got her business. But she still got that aggressive attitude, and she going to try to be the leadership of that. Before you ask that question, before you ask that, we're gonna bring our other guests in here.
All right.
Because we need this here.
Yeah, we do.
We need this all set balance thing. I don't know if she's an alpha female or not. We're gonna find out.
All right.
Y'all, I think everybody know her. She is the co-host of What's Next radio station over at GMT Radio. Her name is Lil Pookie. Here she go, y'all. Lil Pookie, how you doing?
In the building.
All right.
In the house.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I am blessed and highly favored, bro.
You want some water or something?
I do. Thank you.
Want some water? That's good.
Thank you.
How you doing? Good
That's
day.
that alpha female in me, yeah.
All right.
It don't have to be cold.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Here
I'm
you go,
joking.
y'all. No, she not. No, she not.
I'm so joking.
Okay. I think you heard some of our little commentary today. But before we go into that, I want to ask you: did you hear about them cops that raped that 18-year-old girl, and they had over 40 charges dropped?
I did not.
The girl was in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
She got arrested for selling marijuana. They put her in a van, and they both raped the girl. They had over 40 charges against these officers, and every one was dropped.
Oh my God. No, I did not. I didn't. And I'm usually in tune with stuff like that, but no, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, and right now, like I told our other guests, the Me Too movement, they need her right now.
Yeah.
That girl needs them right now.
Yeah.
Because I would like to see them go after those officers the way that they going after R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I want them to go after everybody that's supporting them officers like they going after everybody that's supporting R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the Me Too movement be a movement toward black men. Because right now, like I said last week, right now, it seems like media is making the black man the face of sexual offenses, sexual crime.
Yes, right.
And I came up with the FBI statistics. I read them. I got them on my phone. I can read them again. These crimes are dominantly committed by whites.
Right.
Rape is committed by 76% by white men. Sexual offense is committed by 74% of white men. But you got more than 80% black men in prison for it when we only make up 19% of the population in America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's the facts.
Man.
This is not a race issue. This is the facts.
Yeah.
So the Me Too movement is a damn good thing. Women need a voice out there. Those who can stand up for themselves and speak for themselves. I love that. I support that.
Yeah.
But don't make it look like it's only toward black men.
I totally agree.
Because right now, I don't see nobody else on TV being sent to prison for sex crime, but black men. But they had the white dude that was running for Supreme Court, whatever he's running for.
Justice.
They said that, it happened in college. Well, Bill's was older than his was.
Yeah.
Way older.
Way older. Bill went to prison. You should have got his ass too.
That's right.
And I wanted to see the Me Too movement go after him the way they went after Bill. Again, if Bill did it, he got what he deserved. If R. Kelly did it, lock his ass up.
Right.
But guess what? If the other guys did it, get their ass too and go after them the way you go after everybody else. So right now, that girl in New York City, that 18-year-old girl, she needs them.
And the officers were the race?
White.
White guys, okay.
And I'm going to read these things again to you just because you didn't hear them.
No, I didn't.
I'm going to read it to you once more. And then we're going to get back to our topic. And it says, let me get this thing right here. Here you go right here. It says, An 18-year-old black girl was arrested for marijuana possession and taken into custody by the NYPD detectives Richard Hall and Edward Martin, who then raped her in the van. They had said it was consensual sex with her. The problem is that's impossible. Why? The word custody and consent does not go together here. Because when someone is under arrest, the police have all the power. That's nothing consensual about it. It says still, usual, the cops got off, more than 40 charges against them were dropped, including rape and kidnapping. Wow.
Wow.
That's
I don't
ridiculous.
even know how I missed that one.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know how I missed that one. I didn't see that. This is brand new to me.
Yeah, you're gonna get the updated truth on the
next
truth.
Exactly.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so again, I encourage the Me Too movement to keep doing what you're doing, but go after everybody. If everybody doing it, whoever's doing it, go after them.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just look like black men on the face of sexual crime.
They are. They are.
And that's not fair.
And my opinion on that is I totally agree with you. And the fact that Bill Cosby, he's like 1,000 years old. They set an example using him. You know what I mean? It's like a domino effect. Now they going after R. Kelly and Jussie Smollett. I don't know what he was going through or what he thinking about, but you have a career peak like this high, and all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know his story.
In addition to that,
but it's different because it's not a rape situation or a victimized situation as far as inflicting on somebody else. But I get exactly what you're saying. They are making an example out of our black men. We got white men doing the same exact thing.
They even bringing up Michael Jackson old stuff. The man is dead.
He's dead. Like, what do you stand to gain?
All they need is a black face, an image. To
exactly.
But to represent that. Exactly. And that's why I started with Bill Cosby.
And the thing, in addition to all that, if you're gonna bring up some dead people about what they did, why you don't go after Elvis Presley? Elvis Presley was messing with that white girl, and he was 14 years old.
But not only him,
and it was publicized.
What was the other guy's name that Great Balls of Fire sung that song back in the 50s? I mean, it goes on. I mean, you know.
Wasn't Elvis? I mean, Great Balls of Fire.
Before
Great
Elvis.
Balls of Fire.
Whoever he was, they've been doing it, and it was all publicized. They had pictures of Elvis all in public kissing this girl, and we'll bring that up.
It's been going on.
The only thing I'm gonna say, as far as the R. Kelly thing, you know, I love R. Kelly, and they asked me to mute him on my radio show, and I told them bluntly, no. I like his music. I don't care what it represents. I dance to it. I enjoy it. I listen to it. I don't care. You know. But at the end of the day, R. Kelly,
they still play Elvis
he's allegedly housing these women against their will and getting in their brain. So
he said how they house.
I mean, that's why I said, you know, allegedly. I said alleged.
They be going to the Dunionburg buying purses
and nails
Louis
and
Vuitton,
just living.
I don't see no gun.
But it's they saying like his ability to brainwash them. I don't know. And at the end of the day, on What's Next Radio,
alpha males and their ability to brainwash.
Brainwash you, because your mama took your R. Kelly house and y'all. So that's a different segment.
I see some brainwashing going on. Alpha females have the ability to brainwash too. I've seen a whole lot of brainwashing.
You bring
y'all bring me back. I was finna say, bring me on that one.
Now back to that, since you brought it back up.
Yeah.
Do you think? Because a lot of men saying that, for one, I don't have a problem with it. I don't mind a woman making more money than me.
Right.
Because I know material things don't determine my place in a person's life.
That's right.
Exactly.
Who I am as a person. The substance that I bring determines where I stand in a person's life. And growing up at the time that we all grew up, you know, we kind of controlled females with what we had. We had the chain around our neck, the fancy car, the nice Adidas suits. And women wasn't financially equal to us. But now that women are far more greater than we are, we don't know how to have a meaningful relationship with a woman if we don't control it with our positions. So we have a problem now with the woman that don't need us for what we have. Because we don't have nothing up here.
She's looking for substance.
It was something we don't have. because we never were required to have it. We just thought what we had.
Yeah.
Material things control it. So then now they got a problem with women that makes more money than them. And they're saying that because of this alpha female that this independence has created is destroying the family. Now she don't want to have a relationship with a dude, or she's so quick to throw it away when the first problem
You
arises.
know what they say? We fear what we don't understand and hate what we can't conquer.
Come on.
So is that why the black man hate the black woman because he can't?
All
conquer?
black men do not hate the black woman.
Well,
Weak black men
Yeah.
hate black women.
Okay, if you want to see, but
Immature.
all that dabbing and stuff. We don't need all that. Forget all that. Say, but anyway.
I'm here to represent the alpha male.
Do you think that the alpha female is destroying the family or bettering the family?
Bettering.
How?
And the reason I say that is because a lot of us, and when I say us, I'm specifically including myself. A lot of us black women have been, I'm not going to say tortured, but we have been torn down by the black man. I've dated out of my race or whatever, and they can't handle me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that woman that y'all specifically talking about. But a lot of, I've been married twice. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been twice. I gave my all to the first man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he couldn't provide. He couldn't do what he promised he would do. In fact, and I'm going to keep it real minute, he brought extra baggage to me as this alpha black woman that y'all talking about.
Let me ask you before you went further.
Okay.
So is the aggression deriving from your alpha black woman or bitterness that you hurt in your previous relationships?
Both. And the reason I say that is because once you have scarred a heart of a black woman that's really independent, really got her stuff together or whatever, and I trusted in you to enhance what I had already built, now I'm a bitter black woman. I'm bitter. I'm just like, well, dang, is he like that? You know, like I don't know how to entrust in the black man because
you lost your ability to see
exactly, exactly. So you know, you have it's I'm not gonna say an unbalanced situation, but it's to the point to where I see a guy. A black guy, my brother, like I uplift y'all. I don't care. Like, hey, that's my black brother. Hey, man, you need $50? I got it. Hold on.
You got 50?
I exaggerated. Hold on.
I need $50.
$5. I got you, bro. If you need $5, I got $5.
I need $50.
But why money? Why money? Why
no,
not?
I wasn't being specific. Exactly.
All right.
I see my black brothers. Because I have a black son. My son he just made 28. I have a grown man black son. So that means he was born with 2 strikes already. Yeah. So that third one, we got to avoid. I got to teach you how to be this person. Even if your daddy fall off, mama got to fill in that void and still teach you how to be this person so that you don't become that third strike society expects you to be.
That's right.
So, you know, outside of that, you know, that's my personal life with my kids. Back on this issue, like I said, I'm a 2-time divorcee. You know, so it is extremely hard for me to trust in man, period. But my brothers, like, oh, y'all let me down. I just gave you $5. You know what I mean? I just dedicated my whole entire life to you. What? You say we?
Yeah, you know, a lot of times I have
about
seen
that bag.
That $5.
I've seen a lot of dudes. They gotta get some money. I need some gas money.
Yeah.
He don't take the money to get gas. He go buy some dope.
Of course.
And that makes the woman just that much.
Well, he shouldn't be borrowing any money from her. First of all, he shouldn't be borrowing any money.
But you have men, and that's like you said, you got some women that support guys that's supposed to be trying to get back on their feet.
Yeah.
And I love the black man that much, so I'm gonna support him, be here for him.
Right.
To get him back on track.
Exactly.
And in the long run, the woman get burnt.
Yeah.
He's out there.
And that gets old.
He's out there using her car to drive another woman around. he using the money she giving to buy drugs.
And see, that
all
has
type
to
of
do
crazy
with
stuff.
maturity. That's a maturity. That only childish people do stuff like that, no matter what color you are.
Right.
You know, what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. And so the black men need some maturity. Our black women need you know, counseling and therapy, and we do too. You know, that's something that's missing in the black community that we need to adopt as a everyday or every weekly or monthly thing. You know, therapy,
but here's the thing.
counseling.
Before y'all continue, let me give 832-649-8406. Today's topic is the alpha female helping the family or destroying the black family? Call in and give your input on this. The number is 832-649-8406. Now what was that?
Okay, so you said something about counseling as a black woman. We need therapy, we need counseling, whatever.
Yeah, because you just said
we get that, but we still end up in the same boat. Because it seemed like I've been single for a very long time. And I've had, you know, a couple of guys that come and bring it, like the flowers and the finesse and the this, and I'm like, I need to, you know, like, that's like, oh, that smell good. All right, I'm gonna put that in some water when you leave. You know, it's hard to trust, even with therapy, because we still end up at the short end of the stick.
Well, that's because I think that maybe we have a misunderstanding of what therapy can provide. Therapy is not a magic potion that's going to change your life. Therapy provides an understanding of you. It's to help you develop and grow. It's not going to, you know, if you're married and you're in a situation that you know, you're not comfortable in, and your husband or a boyfriend doesn't want to go get therapy, you go get it. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with changing your outside. It's about changing the inside. And so, like I said, black men.
You got a lot of families, they can't afford therapy.
Well,
So
like I said, if you can't afford it, that's fine. But I can promise you that if you put it at the top of your priority list, you know, because we're talking about your state of mind and your livelihood and your life, you know, then you'll put it where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? If you have to make sacrifices for growth and development, all I'm saying is that we need more maturity. You know, speaking as from the alpha male perspective, we need more maturity to deal with alpha females. See what I'm saying? Because they're strong and they're there to help us develop. You see what I'm saying? They're there to help us develop by challenging us. If you don't like to be challenged, then you will never grow. Who else is going to challenge you than the black woman? Who else is qualified to challenge you than the black woman?
So the bottom line is she's not destroying the family.
No,
she's not building it, because actually when the man wasn't there, she's the one that carried on.
She had to fill in that
There's
void.
no way that I can sit up here and say that the black woman is
not the black woman, the alpha female
is doing anything but being productive and blessing the family. When my mom was a single mother that raised 3 boys, far it be for me for her to see a video where I say anything other than the black woman is divine, or God, or goddess, or godlike.
So you scared?
I'm scared, and I'm in a mature state of mind. See, I understand divinity. And I before I was able to see God, I saw my mother. You understand what I'm saying? I understand divinity, and so now
Shawana Brooks.
I'm mature to the point to where I can recognize and appreciate my mother and other women and other men that have influenced me in my life.
Well,
and being as that, I'm sorry not to cut you off. But to bring me back to the fact that we're talking about...
They're going to have females just come out.
She's waving her hands.
That's not true.
Put your hands down. No, I'm just joking. No, stop.
That's that alpha female coming out, trying to run some of it.
All
The fact that, like I said, I'm a 2-time divorcee. My first marriage, I'm married. We are one. You got to come home to me whenever. The fact that I was in this marriage and I still had to fill the void of being a mother and a father makes us an alpha female. However y'all clarify.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know, as a man, like I said, I have all of that finesse stuff coming, like, you know, inbox blowing up and whatever, people popping up on my job or whatever. You know, that's not impressing me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm at the point mentally, like you said, it might be, you know, an option.
It
Pookie, on cool.
It's more than an option.
It's necessary.
On cool, Pookie, you do need some help, though. I'm just saying.
I need help on my bill. This bill is about to be due in a minute. Yeah, I need help on that. But I had to grow up fast.
Yeah.
I married young the first time. So he was a few years older than me, and I'm not being derogatory, but still, men mature late, like a little slower than women.
Yeah, that's a
forced to mature faster.
Statistically, they do say that. I don't know if
I
that's
think
true or
every
not,
different
but it does appear to
situations,
be that
right?
way.
And exactly. So the numbers ain't gonna lie about that.
But in a sense, they need to though. That's actually really smart of the divine to do that because you know, giving birth to another person, you need to be a little bit more mature.
You got to.
You know.
You got to.
Yeah.
But when you lay down with somebody, and I'm speaking from a female, not just a black female, a female's aspect. When you lay down and you give your all to this individual based on his words and his promises and what I'm gonna do, and
when you say your can you clarify that?
I mean, like unprotected sex. I mean,
that's
I love
everything,
you. I love you too.
Okay.
I mean, like,
I'm
here's the key to my house type. You let your guards down with this one. Like I said, I'm speaking for me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
This one individual, he came. He done finessed you with these words and these empty promises and blah blah blah. You know, and then at the end of the day, you realize, what the hell? It's 12 midnight, this nigga ain't here. And a female call you and be like, oh, you looking for your husband? You know, stuff like that. I went through that because I married young.
Yeah, man. You
I
said a whole lot.
Young. Yeah, so those scars don't go away. They don't. They may heal to a certain degree to where I got married again. But at the same time,
because you forgot, you know,
I didn't.
I
didn't. I'm walking down the aisle. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. This what's that truth?
The naked truth.
The naked truth, right
Tell
here.
like it is.
You heard it like it is. This right here. So when I finally, 8 years later, I divorced him. I had to wait until he was incarcerated and have him served because he wouldn't sign the papers. Okay. Less than a year later, you know, I'm dating a guy. We work with the juvies. We at the juvenile facility, blah, blah, blah. We started dating, and I don't even know when we transitioned into this point where you found it okay to propose to me in front of an entire big mega church of people. So I'm like, oh, this nigga on his knee. Like,
why would you like that?
No, not me though.
But
I'm very black.
Yeah, a lot of times men do that, put women in position that makes it just that hard
because
to
it's
say
awkward.
no.
You cannot say no. So I was like,
I thought that was kind of romantic.
Yeah, when it's genuine.
When it's come on,
when it's genuine, yeah.
Preach.
But a lot of times when a dude know he been messing up, and I can do it on TV or
and it wasn't even the fact that he was messing up. It's the fact that you are retarded.
Yeah.
Everybody knew you were retarded, but me.
Wow.
Until we got married.
So then we go back to that therapy again. You know, I hope the next time you get married, and also you alpha females, you get some therapy and counseling before you go looking for a man.
Hey, marriage is out.
You know what? Take some time off to stop dating. You know, and heal yourself. Get some therapy, get some counseling, and then go look for you a man. You just might seek that alpha male.
Wow.
I don't know, man. Yep. I'm just like, I didn't run out of options a long time ago.
Well, look here,
I'm enjoying me as a female, alpha female. You know.
So you're not dating right now?
I'm dating. Okay. Yeah.
And it's part of enjoying her.
I enjoy me all the time. Like today was me. You know what I'm saying? And Saturday was.
We kind of wind it down, but I know the part of enjoying you. I want to know. That it consists of your movie you got going. That's a part of enjoying you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell people about your movie real quick.
Yeah. Okay, well, the movie that I'm I'm working on currently is Marital Obsession. It's a movie based on domestic violence.
The alpha female.
It's based on domestic violence. It's a book that I wrote in 1999.
Wow.
Yeah, and I kind of sat on it. One night I was sitting in a bed, or I was laying in my bed, and it's almost like God spoke to me and was like, get that book. And I'm looking at God like, finna be a little disobedient right now because I'm not getting that book. The reason I say it like that is because I had the book published. The publisher basically ripped me off. I had 250 copies of, you've seen the book.
Oh, garbage. Smeared.
Oh my God. The font was smaller than, it looked like ants.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
250 copies. I sent him the money. He sent me the product. And I went into depression for like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Because of the product he sent back to me.
Yeah.
So, I sold every copy of it because it was a good book. And I have a lot of supporters.
Yeah, that's that alpha female. When you can sell a book that nobody can read, you bad.
But a lot of people that I sold it to had already, read the synopsis of the book. So it was nothing to get rid of it, but it was not a good image for me.
Yeah,
It was not a good image.
Wow.
So once I sold them all, I borrowed my sister's autograph copy. I said, I'm gonna rewrite it. Okay, and I kind of got discouraged. But then, after I let it sit in my little computer bag for a while, like I said, I laid in the bed. And it's like the Holy Spirit was like, "Get that book." I was like,
Okay, so
like
you
get
a
that
Christian.
book. I don't even label.
No, I'm just saying, but
I'm a strong believer in God.
Okay.
She's an alpha female.
I'm an alpha female that believes in God.
Yeah.
That
Well,
part.
Okay, we got about 2 minutes.
I love the Lord. I love the Lord.
We got about 2 minutes, so
But
I'll tell people your
2 minutes. Okay.
Tell people
So
contact information.
right now, okay, so we're currently in pause mode or whatever. We will be casting real soon again for the movie Marital Obsession. You can follow me on Facebook at Lil Pookie Rogers. You can send me a friend
Got
request.
Lil Pookie in the house.
Accept it. And you can also follow me at Lil Pookie on Lil Pookie Rogers on Facebook. You can follow me at Lil Pook on Twitter. And you can follow me at Lil Pookie Rogers, LILPOOKIE ROGERS on Instagram.
And you give yours out where they can find you if they need to talk to you for some more counsel on the alpha female.
Well, you can find me on Facebook.
I'm your first candidate.
Google, Twitter, under Christopher Hatter.
Okay. And y'all can find
That's
me
KRISTOPHER.
Give it out one more time.
That's you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Google under Christopher Hatter. KRISTOPHER HATTER.
And y'all can find me right here on The Naked Truth on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 5:30 to 6:30. Jimmy Square guy, I want to talk fly to you before he lie to you. I want to thank my guests for coming today. I want to thank y'all for chiming in. And guys, do not be afraid of the alpha female. If you can't handle her, step your game up or step off.
Yeah, all right.
And our word of encouragement today is silence is the loudest sound you would hear.
Come on.
Remember that. Silence is the loudest sound you would hear. And we'll see y'all again Wednesday at 5:30 to 6:30. Pookie, I thank you. I thank you, man.
My
thank
pleasure.
you for the
I'm
insight.
so proud of you.
Oh, man, thank you.
Yes, I bet you too.
And we will see y'all, and we thank y'all again. Holla at y'all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like that. That was real good.
That was
Real
live.
Good. That was real good.
Man, y'all, I just had to go live so y'all can see what I do, man. Hey, if you got any of the information, just know that Marital Obsession is still in rotation. It's in pause mode temporarily. Next month, we will be casting again for the movie Marital Obsession. So y'all keep it locked right here. I'm out here with Next Truth. My boy Jimmy Food. Like that.